Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media, and I have been playing with making some papers to turn into die cuts for leaves, for fall leaves. So I know I'm starting with green. Why? Because I want to. I could get my bigger brayer. I just want to kind of, because you know leaves start out green and then color gets added, right? So I'm just going to kind of start with the base of the green, and I've got some fun map paper here, which is a little bit heavier, so it will be able to withstand all the mixed media-ing that I'll be doing. And so there's that, and you don't have to have a big plate to do this. You don't even have to have a plate to do this. In fact, if you look at my last video, you'll see where I just used paints and inks and scraper tools and brayers and whatnot. So we have a base layer of that, and we'll do that some more. Where's my green gold? I think I want to use green gold too. Could even do a combination. Oh, I knew I had one that was almost empty, but there we go. So I've got sap green hue and green gold on here. And yes, that was a lot. That's alright. I can just go ahead and pick some of that edge up. That didn't get as much paint on there. And just brayer it. I mean, you could even just brayer paint onto your... Yeah, that first layer was not very dark because it also picked up whatever was left on the plate from before, which is fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I think that picked up some too, but that's alright. Just gonna... And you could even do like a kiss the plate, like Carrie does, where you just kind of touch it down. But I want all over... I want to start with all over green. Not all over. All over. I want green everywhere. I want it. I'll do one more dark and then I'll just do a light after that, I think. I don't know. How do leaves start to change? I'm thinking, I could be wrong, but they start by going like a lighter green and then yellow and then orange and then red. And some leaves even go that plummy burgundy plum purpley color, potentially. I don't know. Do you know how, if you know, I bet there's somebody in the comments that knows the order in which leaves change color. I do have a new one of these. We're just gonna try to use up this one first. I'll spray some water in there. We'll get stuff everywhere. It'll be awesome. So if you watched my last video, you saw I had some successes and some, not fails, but didn't turn out exactly like I wanted them to. Let's put it that way. And it's okay, because once you cut down, you know, cut them smaller to the die cuts and whatnot, you're just not even gonna hardly know what happened. All right, like the bright green. These kind of are. And I didn't show, this one didn't get shown. That has a lot of light purple that I'm not loving. And I realized that the gesso is not necessarily necessary for when I'm doing the inks. So, we'll see. I might, let's add some water to this. Water seems to be disappearing all the time. I think Patricia, PM Artist Studio Patricia, I think she sometimes adds like some stuff to make it go longer. Sometimes she'll add water or what's it called? Airbrush medium is the other thing. All right, so this is just too purpley, so we're just gonna add more colors to it because that's just what you can do. I mean, plus I'm not exactly sure how well the leaves are going to be in this cardstocky, you know, because leaves, I want them to be strong enough to not fall apart, but also I want them to be malleable. Does that, any of that make sense? I want them to be a little bit leaf-like, I guess is what I'm saying. So yeah, you could just brayer on your color too. And then I need these layers to dry so that when I do the next layers, I don't lose any of what I've just done. Does that make any sense? I want some of the green to peek through the layers. That's what I'm trying to say. So I need the green to be dry. What time is it? Well, almost lunchtime. I gotta go take my... Alright, so that changed that a lot. That layer of green, it's not quite so lavendery anymore. And also, I kept forgetting... These were over to the side, so I kept forgetting to work on these. So, since we're here, let's just go ahead and get some of these done, these pieces. I think, potentially, using the plate is going to be more fun for me than what I was doing last time. But not everybody has a plate, and I wanted to make sure that everybody got a chance to do that. Alright, so this, I'm gonna spray. This was lumberjack plaid. I'm just gonna do that as a layer. And oh, we got mushrooms here, so the bottoms could still be brown, but I can always fix that later. So mushrooms, kind of want brown and black and whatever. Oh, let's do some raw umber. I don't, what happened to my Van Dyke brown? I don't know. Alright, and then I'm going to take some crinkly paper. I want it. There we go. And just get some of that brown on there in a crinkly sort of way. Well, not perfectly, a little bit of crinkly. So that's one of the techniques I want to do today, is the crinkly paper. So that has, I'm not going to be able to see my pictures after a while, but that's okay. It's fine. I can always draw new ones. It's the gesso. Well, this one of these has paint, but yeah, the gesso, I was being able to see through it some, and then not so much. So whatever. And I'm doing just quick pulls today, not leaving anything on the plate to dry, although, you know, I don't mind what's happening here. Oh, yellow. Yellow would be, let's go ahead and do Naples yellow for this next layer, maybe. Or you could do a brighter lit. I might do a, you can use craft paints. You don't have to use golden acrylics. Alright, I'm just gonna, this one is just kind of kissing the plate. You got to kiss the plate. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Of course, it's definitely gonna lose my pictures because it's more opaque. Alright, so let's just go ahead. I had some music paper I forgot to use last time too. That's alright. It's fine. It's fine. Look at all that grunge. Love it. Alright, I want some bright yellow, I think. I forgot I wanted bright yellow. I mean, because when... That's a lot. That's probably a lot. Alright, I'm going to pick up a lot of that with this one that had all the grunge on it. Okay, and we'll let that dry so that we can add more layers. And get some color on this one. color was that? Well, that is a Folk Art Matte 918 Yellow Light. I'm going to do a layer. All right, and then while the paint is still wet, just spray some of that off. We are going to add some water, and I want some big water droplets and some small ones. So I'm taking my brush and trying to get some big water droplets because I want some of that green to show through. And I'm also going to spray a little bit because I just want it really mottled. And I'll take this. Usually I do paper towel, but then I just remembered that I have these towels right here just to get the water up so that we have, and then I can see if I want more. All right, that got more dry than I thought it would, I think. That's all right. Where'd this water go? I have a fan on. That's part of the reason. Let's see. Not exactly what I was hoping for, but I'm getting some yellow on there, and that is what I wanted. Alright, should we do a little bit more yellow? Is that the yellow we want? Do we want to try yellow oak? Oh, let's see if it works better with this benzy yellow. It's also a bright yellow, but it's a fluid, so it may separate more with the water, maybe. Or might have more luck with the paper bag thingamabob, the wrinkled paper. Different paints are going to act differently with the techniques that you do, especially the water one. Let's get that off of there. So I'm getting some big, choose the brush, big blobs. And I'll try paper towel this time because I think that's what you're supposed to use, but did I? No. Just want to get some of that, well, getting more water up than I want because it's still fairly wet. That's all right. Maybe this is what we're going to go for this time. Just want some of the green to show through was what I wanted. And then, you know, I want some yellow and green to show through on the next layers. That's all right. Get this in too. All right, I'll take this one, get off here, whatever we can get off of here. Well, picked up some yellow to show up in between the green anyway. I guess you start with the lightest color. That would make the most sense, wouldn't it? I want to do some more yellow, I think. Now we'll go to orange. Which orange? A bright orange, maybe. Bright orange? I didn't grab a bright orange over there. But I do have a bright... Oh, I'm not sure about this one. This one is pumpkin orange. And the problem with this one is I think it's fairly thin. Yeah, it is thin. Oh, it's very thin. but it'll give me the dendritics. That'll be a good thing. It's also very bright. I don't know what pumpkins are that bright. I'm just gonna kiss the plate. Yep. And I don't mind the all that texture is actually going to be good in the long run for what we're doing. Gonna kiss the plate, and we're gonna sing like Sebastian each and every time, because why not? So if you think about leaves, when they're just all different colors. There's some bright oranges, some darker oranges, bright reds, dark reds, just all kinds of different things. And the more variation I have in these, I think the more interesting they'll be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's not a very opaque orange. Alright, I need a more opaque orange. So I'm going to take this one and do this. I'm going to grab a Mo Better, not Mo Better, but more opaque orange. Alright, this one should be more opaque. That better, Mariah? I know that was driving her crazy. Maybe I did it to drive you crazy. I have no control over what my plate does. My plate does what my plate does. Alright. More opaque orange that's also thicker, so that's good. I mean, even just for texture, I could even use stencils, but I'm not today. I'm using other things. And I want you. Oh my goodness. I'm grabbing some tissue and crumpling it up. It's better with Amazon paper, I think, but you know, I had to go and throw away most of it. I didn't save as much as I thought I did. So we've got fingerprints too, I think. Alright, that one has yellow. I mean, nothing says that the back can't also look good. There we go. And we have some brown in that one too, which is good. Let's get some orange on that one. Can't see those pictures anymore. I'm going to have to redraw my pictures. But that's good. A little orange on these maybe. Just kind of picking up what's there. And a little bit more orange. See, you can still see those leaves, but once I start adding color, the leaves just disappear. Unless I just used the... Nope, not that one. Where's my... Not that one. I'm looking over. Okay, let's do some more Benzie, and that will be nice and transparent, I think. So that I can still... I want to be able to cut out these leaves, so I'm going to stick with transparent colors on that. And same with these. I can almost see them. It's going to be a struggle. We're on the struggle bus. And some inks, because that was just a little yellow. And just little bits of, what is this one? Gathered twigs. Oh, I think I have an older one too. Some dirty yellow. Dirty, yeah. We don't want our yellow to be too clean and perfect. Alright, I can still see those enough, I think, that I can draw the lines back over them. Potentially. There's potential there. These, see? I don't know. I mean, I did at least take a picture of them beforehand. But, I don't know, mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. Ain't nothing but a thing. Where did my honey? Yes, I mix paints and inks because I can, if I want to. You can mix if you want to. You can Leave your friends behind. Because it's mixed media. Doesn't mean that things are gonna move about the cabin later on. Potentially. Could totally happen. There we go. Need more brown on this oak leaf. They're usually more brown anyway. And yeah, alright, so I'm just gonna let that dry. Yep, I totally forgot about these last time. Yep. I do have a new honey. This one's almost gone. Which means I'll have room to possibly buy something else. You know how that goes. The higher up you spray from with your inks, the more spread out your dots will be. And if it feels more bright than you want it, just add a little brown. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I can't see these mushrooms anymore. A little naphtol red is always fun. On some, at least, you know, a little bit here and there. A little naphtol red. So I think it has more to do with the colors than any technique that you use. You just layer up your colors on your pieces and it's just going to get better and better. And once you love it, you're done. You can go ahead and do your die cuts at that point. Just gonna kiss the plate, la 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 la. And then once I've kissed the plate with one piece, then the next piece we'll be able to just pick up. It'll, you know, it won't pick up everywhere because it's been kissed in the first place. I know some of you are like, because I'm even like, why did I start with the green? The green was too dark, and a lot of my paints are not opaque enough to cover it, but that's all right. It's gonna. I'm not gonna be done until it's something I love, so we're not gonna worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Plus, we've got transparent yellow oxide that we can just pick up this grungy mess with, and it's gonna look awesome sauce. My thumb's starting to hurt. Might have to take a break for lunch in between all this. Alright, I'll do this one. And I'll find a piece of Amazon packing paper that I can use a little more effectively. I mean, it's another layer. And we have this, which has the orange. Oh, let's see. I mean, this one's nice and wrinkly, but it's not giving me the little wrinkles that I like. So there's that. Ooh, you know what I think will work wonderfully is this paper bag right here, because it's a little bit of a thinnish paper bag. It's from Uncle Bill's country store. I kind of want to keep that part, but because it's in, I've never been there, but it's in Massachusetts, and that's what makes it importante. I'm just gonna cut across there. I think this is the weight that I like to use for papers to get the good crinkly look. That's what I think. Just crinkle it up. That nice good little crinkles. The littler you crinkle it, the more better. Alright, now let's add some raw umber maybe. going to do on that. And we're just going to kind of do some brayering on this side, because that's all right. All about the layers. So that's got some good grunginess to it. And I'll go ahead and pick up some of this on the edge here and whatever else is left over here. All right, and now we can pick up with, oh, berry. I wanted to do some of the berry that I'm almost out of here. It should be opaque. So I definitely want to do something that's going to have it be, oh, I was going to do the powder too, wasn't I? That's all right. We'll just do the paper bag for now. And you might even, while it's still wet, be able to get some of that paper bag over on the, onto the, on, you know, like this. With some of that color on there, kind of a deal. So we're getting more layers. More layers. We like more layers. Connected on violet? Sure, why not? It's just another layer. And a big paint gooper inside the cover. So we're going to take this one, which has some orange and green and whatnot, and I'm just going to lightly, so we're just picking up some of what's there, not all of it. We're almost kissing the plate, or just, you know, getting some of it. And then with another one, like this one, we're going to lay that whole thing down and pick it all up. Well, whatever will come up. See, getting more depth. I do regret starting with the green. I think I would have rather added a little bit of green afterwards, even though technically the leaves would be green on the bottom. But I think it'll turn out just fine in the end, where it's fine. It's going to be fine. It's definitely going to be fine. All right, let's try the water thing. On this, I want big droplets. Big droplets. And also, oh, I think what I'll do is after it's on the paper, I will just gonna try to get some of that water up. I don't want to pull up too much of the, I don't know, let's see what we end up picking up. Alright, well, at least it's not picking up totally completely, so that's good. But what am I going for? I'm going for, whoops, oh my goodness. I'm going for a mess, that's what I'm going for. Can't you tell? What happens when you just leave your things over here just all willy-nilly. Scraper, no scraping. Alright, just use this real quick because it's what I can find. Except it's not scraping like the other things scrape. I'm not liking that. That one's not either, for that matter. Alright, it wasn't working on the plate like I wanted it to. It's kind of annoying me. Or maybe I'm doing it wrong, but... And I think it depends which paper I'm using. I thought this was a paper that worked really well for what I was doing before. Alright, now let's try it. Do an all over spray and also get big droplets. I like big droplets and I cannot lie. Because I want some of those colors to show through. You gotta do this while the paint's wet. Once it's dry, no bueno. Where did the thing go? There it is. And I'm gonna take my roll of paper towels and just see, that's what I'm trying to do. And do some more. You have to kind of let it sit for a minute, let the water soak into the paint, and then this paper, I've told you guys this before, but using the paper towel roll like this, I learned from Artie Mays, Andrea at Artie Mays. What's this? It's like paint goober of some kind. But yeah, this is what I wanted. I wanted some of those layers to come through while still having that top layer. Is what I wanted. Oh, and in case you're wondering what my gloves are looking like, that's what they're looking like. So yeah, this is what I wanted. And I also want a little bit more brown. Oh, let's do some of this forest moss, which is now, can't tell what it is because it got covered with paint. The higher up, the more spread out your sprays will be. I'm just going to put this one on top of that one to also pick up some of those dots. Oops, it moved. It's okay. Alright, so, and it'll dry slightly later, you know, because when paint is wet, it's darker, that's all. But this is what I wanted. I wanted some of the green to poke through, some of the orange to poke through, maybe some yellow, or maybe I can even splatter it with some... Do I want to splatter it with yellow? Well, maybe the Benzie yellow, because it's already liquid. Gonna lose my splatter brush. Okay, there we go. Yeah, don't forget about splattering. That adds another layer that we just love. I'm loving it. It needed brightening. That's the whole thing with that. So now we have some yellow and some red and some burgundy and some brown and some green. I think this one's turning out fan-freaking-tastic. Let's see, this one needs work. Let's just get some of that yellow and whatnot. Oops. Well, we have like a big mess right now, which is fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. What color do we do? The berry again? I kind of really like the berry. Plus, you know, finish it off. We'll try the brayer this time. I know it makes it really dark, but could even do another color on top of it. Alright. Alright, now the water. I'm going to spray for little drops and do this for big drops. Whoops, that's going to be a very big drop. That's okay. I don't know how many more times I need to say the paint needs to still be wet, at least damp, for this to work. Because once acrylic paint is dry, it's permanent. And these are acrylic paints that I'm working with. So probably could have given it a little bit more time, but that's okay. You want to press down to get that water up. Probably take some of the paint up too, but But if you want some of that undercolor to show through, you just want, all right, I think it's pretty damp, so I think it might be time to take off that layer. This is why I like the Viva towels, because they don't have a pattern. But if your paper towels have a pattern, that's just going to add interest. Look at that, little bits of green showing through. That's what I wanted. Okay. But I wanted to do it on the plate. It's just not working as well on the plate as I had wanted it to. But yeah, it's the layers. The more layers you have, the more better it's going to be. It's got a lot of green. Do we want to try it with the orange? Where did we put the orange? Oh, do we want to try it with the anachronological Azo Gold, which is right here? I know I have a new one. Oh, could even color would get changed up if we use magenta too, for that matter. All right, it's gonna mix with the berry a little bit. That's okay. And it's transparent, so it's gonna show a lot more of the things underneath, but hopefully the water will just bring those. All right, don't play too long because you need it to be wet, lady. Also, if you moved your gel plate, it might be a little easier, but I'm not done with the gel plate. I'm never done with the gel plate. All right, so just getting some sprays and some bigger drops. Now this one you can kind of see already where the paint is going to lift up, because it's I think because it's a fluid acrylic. So, you know, I'm going to go lightly the first time just to get the water off of there as much as possible. And I'm going to spray again. I just want it mottled. I want that mottled. And I'm going to press harder. See, that takes off a lot of the orange, but it's still a lot of orange showing in there too. All right, I'm going to set that aside to dry and possibly come in with some other colors. Should I go ahead and splatter it now, so while it's drying it can be splattering? This has other colors in it, but that's okay. I need some water, apparently. Last time it worked, but I didn't have this other weird color, so now it's going to look more like a Naples yellow. Oh, it just doesn't like this. This is not a splattering kind of brush, apparently. There's our splatter brush. See, that one splatters. Why doesn't this one want to splatter? There, it'll splatter. I usually do splattering for last because it gets everywhere, but you know. Getting a lot of splatters. Just get it on both and just hit them together. Oh, it just might get on your face if you do that. I mean, you could start with a base and just splatter all the different colors on there. Should we do that with one of these? This one is kind of orangey. No, I want to put something else. It's very orangey. Well, let's go ahead and do some splatters. We'll splatter in the... We need more. More. Double the splatter, double the fun. Yep, next time I think I'd skip the green, start with yellow, go up to darker colors after that. Move the paper around so your splatters don't go all in the same direction. Not that it'll matter. These are going to get cut up into little die cuts. I am going to be covered with yellow, just FYI. Let's see. That is really dark. Not this one, the other one that was under there. Let's just get some of this yellow in here, especially on the edges. Pretty sure my face is now covered in yellow paint. You know how it is. Speaking about, I'm wondering, I know, because the colors change when you use like this. Ow! Careful shaking your paints. It could hurt. It hurt me. The reason I'm using the magenta, like a really thin layer of it, is just like as a glaze, because I just want to see what the other colors kind of do. Because it usually changes the other colors under it to some degree. So yeah, it's actually looking more orange than magenta. So magenta is a good color to have on hand for these papers, these fall colored papers. You wouldn't think magenta, but just gotta remember, because it's transparent, the other colors underneath are affected by it. That's way too much. But that's okay, because you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do the little water thing. All right. Spray. Trying to get as big little spray bits as possible. All right, I just counted like 10 seconds because my husband was talking, so I had to pause anyway. There we go. Look at that. I'm loving it. The other side's going to look pretty cool too, isn't it? Well, it's going to be pretty bright. These are going to have bright under leaves. Where's that? Do we want to do the bright yellow on this, or do we want to do more of a, not Naples yellow, oh, we could even do this orange, which is kind of like, oh, wait. Let's try the Azo Yellow Deep Ink and see. Oh my goodness, if we can open it. Oh, this is why we have a tool for this. Well, I don't know if this tool will work. It's supposed to. Oh my goodness, it's a great tool. Just FYI. I think I got, that's a fun orangey color. Let's splatter that a little bit. Put that back in the drawer so we can find it the next time. Which one of these is the one that splatters better? Oh, I guess it's that one. And it's an acrylic ink. What is this? It's Daler Amsterdam acrylic ink. Yeah, so it'll dry permanent, so that's a good thing. But that's a good color. Let's try that as a layer. I'm not sure how I feel about that one. Oh, what would happen if we did it on this one? We don't have to do the whole thing. We'll just do this. No, it doesn't really do anything. I mean, it brightens it up a little bit. Where's the water? From the dark over here. I want it. You know, I'm spraying a lot of water. I realize that. I don't know. Do we see a difference between here and here? It's a little more orange. And it's also not dry, so it's hard to tell. I think I want to add it over here too. It's a weird dropper. Comes out the side. It's really weird. Of course, even just getting these little dendritic lines, I think I'm going to leave some of those, makes it kind of like leafy, which is kind of cool. All right. Spraying. Picking up too soon. It's fine. All right. It's really dark. How would we want to lighten this one up? Can we splatter this? Whoops. I don't know. I don't know if I like that. Let's try splattering the darker green and see if you like that better. Although it needs something to brighten it up, but whatever. That's the one that does not like to. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let's just take this one and press it on there. I didn't like the green splatter, so I'm just gonna spread them out a little bit, make them a little more transparent. The dark ones are okay. It's all about the layers. All right. I mean, we do want some orange. Yes, we do. Trying where the green paint just went, I want to pick some of that up. All right. What do we want to add to this? Need something to darken it up a little bit. Maybe mahogany. Because once that dries, I can do the mottled thing too, which will be cool. All right, hold on. I know you're like, what are you doing, lady? I'm just getting some of it on the plate. I think that's what I want to do. I'm just gonna do that. And then water again. Usually would wait for this to dry, but you should be able to do it while it's wet too. I want some significant spots too. I used my... That one won't fit, will it? What about this one? Nope, that won't fit. Alright, I used my water brush for paint, so now I'm stuck. I want a lot of the orange to show through. I'm hoping that's what will happen here. Because the orange was paint, so it should be show up behind the mahogany. Did I take off too much of the mahogany? Is that what happened? I don't know. I think this had some yellow splatter on it too before. It'll look different when it dries. All right. This, I mean, it still will make some interesting background and leaves, but I want more. I want more. I gotta stop using this color. Well, I'm kind of using it up, but it's making everything really dark is the problem. That's the problem. Let's find one of these that I didn't absolutely love and just go ahead and kiss the plate. I mean, making out with it basically, but I'll get some more layers on this piece. And how about some more yellow again? Ow! Dang it! Alright, so one person I was talking to, if I want to explain the pain and whatnot, I would ask how much forethought goes into adjusting your blankets and sheets at night. And most people would be like, what do you mean? Who thinks about that? Nobody has to think about that. Well, yeah, some of us do, because we know the potential for pain that is going to happen when we try to move our pillows and our sheets and our pillows and blankets and whatnot, especially if you have like a heavy blanket, because every movement hurts to some degree. And if you're moving something heavy, it's even more potential for pain. All right. Which color was that? Oh, that was kind of yellow, but not really. What's this one? Quinacridone Violet? No. Where's my Van Dyke Brown? I don't know. What's this? That's purple. You know, just for fun, let's add a layer of dioxazine. Is that the word? Yeah, dioxazine purple. It will brown out some because we have the yellow on here, so that's okay. Especially when I do this wet, crinkly paper. Alright, gonna add it to this because it needs something. Just going for layers here, people. Alright, see, but I like that it did get browned out and that some of the yellow still shows through. I just keep saying it's about the layers. Alright, that last time was kind of painful. Just saying. Some browns. Oh no, brown cow. Oh, there was still some in there. That is Rusty Hinge. It's alright, we'll do some fun stuff with that. Just kinda. Alright, see, the lines you get from the brayer are good lines. If I could just leave them there, that'd be great. But I always go and do something, so just try to leave them there. Because then they're kind of veiny, you know? This one needs... Oh, I did the yellow layer because I wanted to do another layer. So that the yellow would show through, is what I wanted to do. We can do the magenta because it will orange. The magenta will orange out on the yellow. So magenta is perfect. And what if instead of water, we used whatever color this is? Is that forest moss? Just to break that up a little bit, and maybe even pick it up a little bit. I don't know. And then take this one and pick up whatever's left, because we want some of that yellow to show through. So that's kind of cool. It's over here. I don't know, I'm just trying to get background papers that I like. And, I mean, once they're cut down to die cuts, I can always add more splatters or whatever. Alright, I like what's happening here. We still have some yellow coming through. I think there's still some... I like the lines, because, you know, lines and leaves are good. Alright, that'll dry a little bit later. Okay. Okay, we're getting better on this. This one definitely needs stuff, doesn't it? Let's do, it's got the green on there. What will happen with the magenta and the green? I don't know. Once you have some layers on there, though, go for your magenta. This is what I wanted to do before. Sure that's what I wanted to do, but hey, it'll work. Oh, that came out really pink. That's okay. All we have to do is do some yellow, and that will orange it out. And by yellow, I mean, where did it go? Oh, transparent yellow oxide. That's what I'm thinking. I can't squeeze it right now. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with a magenta leaf. You can have a magenta leaf if you want to. It's fine. If it looks a little pinky, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Also, you want to see what green does to it? Green will brown it out because it's opposite on the color wheel, right? Another one bites the dust. Alright, I need to finish because we are almost at an hour. So, I hope you enjoyed this gel plate print play. I don't know if I'll do more videos doing the background papers, or if I'll just work off camera and then show all the papers and then show the die cutting. I mean, we have this fun Halloween-y kind of tissue paper too, if we want to use that on something. And this one I think turned out nicely. I like that the yellow is showing through. This one, I don't know, I can't see my mushrooms anymore either, so kind of disappointed that I painted over my drawings, but that's alright. This one's still, well, I want to say it needs work, but I also want to see how the die cuts come out, because these are more brown, grungy, with just little bits of, so they might actually work better than I think they will in my head. This one, we just added another layer to that. Some of these are still damp and wet, so might not be their final. They might look a little bit different when they're dry, I guess is what I'm saying. That still has some. Ooh, I actually like the messed up daubs better, like where they're more leafy now. I like that better. Where the insides came out. Yep. I wonder if it's too late to do it on this one. Probably. I think these are fairly dry. Piece of paper would be nice. No, those are dry. Oh, this one. Oh, I can still see the leaves. So if you're wondering what it is I'm going for a tattered leaf look. Now, this one's bright yellow, I think, maybe. So I cut this out and I redid some of the lines, and also I'm gonna ink on it to just get it a little less. I mean, yellow's fine. Yellow is good. We want yellow, but I don't know. I mean, I could have even cut the leaves first and then done the coloring on them. That's always a potential. I'm gonna add a little other color to this, I think. Alright, and then if I add a little bit of water to that, should lift up some of that. Well, it's going to lift all the ink, no, because the ink's not dry, but that's alright. Anyway, so yeah, I plan to do a bunch of leaves. I've got my die cut machine. I don't think these will go through my Cricut very easily. I don't know. This paper feels pretty solid, and it didn't get all wrinkly. What's this one? Is this the map? Yeah, the maps. My EB maps, maps from EB, stayed pretty firm and didn't get too wrinkly. I don't love that right there, but that's okay. And then this is the last one. I think this is, oh no, and then there's this one, which is very, very dark, but that might be a good thing. I'm very curious to see how these cut out as leaves. But also, I don't want to get out the die cut machine till I have all my papers ready. That's, at least I do have the Vagabond, and so that will be a little bit easier. You know, also if I do the lines on this a little bit first, it might be a little bit easier. So if I can see the lines, then I can do that to cut it a little bit easier. So I will probably show these the next time, but fortunately I can see where my lines were to redraw some of these and then cut them out. Also, I think I want a little bit more grungy brown on these. There we go. That'll be perfect. I'm gonna let that dry for a minute. So yep, that's where we're going with these. We're gonna do leaves. Ooh, that needs a little more brown too, I think. What is this? Espresso? Is that what I just used? Do I mind if it gets on the other paper? No, I don't actually. I don't mind at all. All right, so there we go. That works too. There we go. A nice little grungy. And we just won't even talk about the gloves. That's not coming out of the, well, some of the ink might. And also my fingers are, yeah, I have some cuticle remover that will help. But also I might just be brown fingered, burgundy fingered. It's burgundy. It's brown. It's kind of brown. That's weird, isn't it? But look how clean my hands are. And that was, well, there's, all right. So these gloves, there was a seam here that just like cut into this part of my finger only on the right glove, on both gloves in the set, and the other color gloves don't do that, so that's why I had to cut out that little seam. That is funny. That's funny. All right, I hope you guys have a delightful day. Love you. No, I'm not cleaning up this time.